What's up, dude? We're going to dark places today. We're going to the depths of Carbon County this morning. It's not a game today. Book of Daniels, page 190. This is where it gets grimy. We are in the 1,500 meter to 2 mile training plan. Why the heck am I doing a 1,500 meter to 2 mile training plan? I'm a hobby jogger. I'm not training for the NCAA championships. This is not the Southeast Regional Nationals. That doesn't even make sense. So that probably doesn't exist. No. The reason I'm doing this training plan is disgusting, by the way. Look at today's workout. 6x200 at an R pace plus 4x600 at an R pace plus 4x200 at an R pace. I'm trying to get faster, bro. It's sub 230 marathon training. And man, once you get down past a sub 3 marathon, once you get down past a sub 250 and a sub 240, there's not a lot of gains that can be made just by piling on the relaxed mileage. You got to maintain those gains through the mileage, and it becomes a game of speed. In the first few years of running, man, if you're running a 4-hour marathon, 3:45 marathon, you can make a lot of gains through consistent relaxed mileage, getting up to 40 miles a week, 50 miles a week. But man, this is where it gets painful. This is the next frontier for me, and I have been absolutely dreading these workouts. And it's funny because I look at last week's workout, 5x1T, and I see T, that's a threshold pace, and I say, 1 mile repeats at threshold, that's fun. That's fun. That's what I like doing. Give me some marathon pace, give me some threshold. 600 meter repeats at a 1 mile race pace, that is painful. That is not what I like to do. I am dreading it, but guess what? That tells me that's what I need to do, because it's my weakness, and I don't enjoy it. You know what I do enjoy, though? And this is why we have to go back to our why. What do I enjoy? I enjoy continuously pushing myself. I enjoy seeing myself progress. I do enjoy the challenge of it, even though it's tough sometimes. So I'm going to enjoy when I run that 229, 228, 227, whenever it is. And this is the work that's required to get there. And so this is the workout for today. A warm-up. This is the Daniel system. He says E. I don't use E in my training plans because there's no such thing as easy to me, but 2 relaxed miles. I'll do probably 4. Nice 30-minute jog. 6x200 at an R pace. For me, that is roughly a 450 per mile pace, or 36 seconds at R, with 200 jog recoveries, so equal light jog recoveries. And he says even for these, you can walk the last 10 to 20 meters. I don't like walking during workouts, but very relaxed. This can be a 10-minute, 11-minute per mile pace jogging for me. And then 4x600. This is the meat, or the tofu. This is the tempeh of today's workout. This is absolutely grotesque, because that's about a 2 minutes running at a, let's look at this. I was looking at the tables yesterday. That's nearly 2 minutes of running at that pace. Where are these VDOT tables? Here we go. Yeah, so I'm training at a 62 or a 63 VDOT. I think the R speeds are the same for both. So it's 36 seconds for each 200 meters, or 1 minute and 48 seconds for a 600. That's really fast. I'll go look up the conversion. It's fast. It is fast. So we're going to have to do 4 of those. The nice thing is we have a 600 jog recovery and then close it out just to get the legs spinning again. And because Jack Daniels is a seriously sick man, I don't understand how he programs this 4x200 at an R. Now, these workouts are designed for runners who are specialists in these shorter distances, which I am certainly not. So I'm pushing myself. I'm seriously pushing myself. This one is going to be at the edge of my capabilities, but I've determined that this is what I need to get faster mentally, physically, emotionally, congruently, fluidly. How many more adverbs can I think of? Adversely. It's a nice day. Look at that. Bro, this is wintertime in the Carolinas. All right, transition. Let's drop the beat. I need to get some clothes on. man, this is the kit for the morning. I'll talk about the shoes in a sec. But I'm going quarter zip with the t-shirt. It's always hard to dress for these types of workouts. It's 44 American. So what is that? 3, 4, low single digits European. So I'm going t-shirt with the quarter zip. This is a Running Warehouse shirt that they gave me by Rabbit. Rabbit is one of those brands that people who run like, but just has no swag. I don't know why. Something about this shirt is just, all the Rabbit stuff I have is just, no swag. But it performs well. I don't know. It's like the Rabbit is the Brooks Glycerin 22 of running brands. It performs well. The Glycerin 22 did not. You guys know what I mean, though? It's just, it's one of those top brands. But the stuff just looks. Rabbit is definitely the Brooks of running gear brands. Anyway, this is the shirt. Shout out to Running Warehouse. Make sure to buy your shoes through my Running Warehouse link if you buy any of the shoes. I'm going tracky, quarter zip. Charlie got this for me a while back. This is one of my favorite winter pieces. I'm going features, crew length socks this morning. I usually do the ankle socks, but I don't have any. So I'm going crew length socks. And one of my favorite workout shorts. It might be a little cold for shorts, but maybe I'll be moving faster then to warm up. These are John G 5-inchers. I really like the pattern. They're decently lightweight. And then, of course, I'm going Hobby Jogger hat. I actually think these are sold out. I don't know if they're sold out or not. You can go check at hobbyjogger.com to see if you can get one of the last few. We'll be shipping them out next week. Now, you know what's not sold out? The new Fire. I've been waiting to show you guys this. Waiting for my guy Barrett to get his test pair in. But boom. I will not be running in this, but I will be putting it on after. This is the new Max Cushion Gang hoodie. My guy Barrett, he did the mileage shirt designs. We were working on a whole new suite of merch. This is the first piece that's dropping. Max Cushion Gang hoodie. Look at that. Sup Well Running. Barefoot Mafia. Beware. This is the back, and it's got the Max Stack, Super Max Stack shoe hanging. You can probably see the inspiration from the design. If you know, you know where the inspiration from the design came from. Let's just say it's the Don of the Max Cushion Gang. And then the front, boom. Look at that. So these are going to go live. I'll make sure they're live when this video drops. Hobbyjogger.com. No pre-order, but they are custom. They're going to be custom printed for everybody, so it probably takes about a week or two to get to you. But I'm super excited about this one. And we've been working hard, Barrett and I, on the new merch collection. New branding for Supwell is coming. New everything when it comes to the brand. And I'm doubling down on giving you guys the best apparel, the best shoe reviews, the best community, the best everything. So this is the first piece. I'm going to roll out the other collection, the other parts of the collection in a bit, but you can get your Max Cushion Gang hoodie now. I'm really excited about this one. By the way, this is a custom. Barrett literally created a custom typeface for this. Super talented guy. I'll throw his Instagram somewhere, or I'll just tell you. I think it's Barrett. Just look up Barrett Reed Maroney. I always say I'm going to throw things somewhere, and then I forget. Barrett Reed Maroney. And this is also the same hoodie. If you got one of the Hobby Jogger hoodies, this is the same material. I absolutely love these things. Super soft, fleece lined. Bada boom, bada bang. My favorite hoodie. I'm actually wearing the Hobby Jogger one right now. So yeah, I'm pumped about this. Max Cushion Gang hoodies for sale on hobbyjogger.com. All right, I'm going to put on this stuff, and then we can talk about the shoes. Telling you, man, all new everything is happening right now. New Instagram strategies going up. Make sure to go follow the Instagram. We're getting up. The plan right now is to get up clips from the videos. So my guy's helping out. I put up that post. We don't waste time here at Supple. I put up that post, and I got someone to help out within 2 days with the IG. So it's rolling. Thank you to everyone who sent through their friends. There's still some people who I might talk to for some other positions that aren't Instagram, but we're just getting it started. We're just getting it rolling right now. So all new, everything right now. You know, it's not new. Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris. This is my shoe for today's workout, and I ran in the brother sister version of this last week, the Metaspeed Edge Paris. The main difference between the two is the plate position. So with this workout, again, I mean, let's just look at this. 6x200, 4x600, 4x200. That's disgusting. That's going to be the hardest workout I've ever done. This will be the hardest workout I've ever done or ever attempted. And I don't even know how it's going to go, but this is probably the fastest shoe I have. Definitely the most aggressive shoe I have. Maybe the Adidas Evo Pro 1, the $500 shoe, is faster and more aggressive. But of the mainstream shoes, this is it. And what makes it so aggressive? That plate position, just about 10 millimeters closer to the foot, 5 millimeters. Oh, gosh. Bro. This barefoot boy is staking us out. What the heck? What the heck? Dude. There was literally a wrench in the... Is that a message? By the way, this hoodie is from my friend Drew Whitcomb at Wear Tester. This was from one of his brands. Kobe! Yeah, I don't know what's going on in that closet. Just keep the door shut. I wonder if my house is haunted. I've thought about that before because the couple we bought this from, well, let's just say we bought it only from the husband. So I don't know. It used to be a couple. All right, Metaspeed Sky Paris. This has the FF Turbo Plus foam from Asics, their newest race foam, which is also in the Super Blast 2, which to me reads as firm. But in the Edge Paris last week, it actually didn't feel that firm. It felt comfortable, surprisingly comfortable in that shoe and not super aggressive. And to my memory, the Sky and Edge weren't that different of rides. The Sky just felt 5% more aggressive to me, but maybe that 5% is what I need. And if you actually think about what 5% translates to, that's 5 seconds off of 100 seconds. That's 1 or 2 seconds off of a 200-meter repeat, which is significant. And that's why when you're getting up to fast marathon times, especially these elites, tiny optimizations, shaving weight off here and there, making a plate more optimized to a runner's stride can help. So we'll see if this is any different. I'm going for my fastest, most aggressive shoes for these workouts from now on. I did the Evo SL for last week's workout here, so the first one of this training plan, the 5 sets of 200, 200, 400, and then I did the Edge Paris for the threshold with the 200s after, and today we're going on this one. So downsides of this that I've felt so far are very tight, narrow, aggressive fit. The heel is extremely narrow. I think this is one of the most narrow shoes out there. The Brooks Hyperion Elite 4 PB was also super narrow. Though it looks great, by the way. This is my favorite colorway, the launch colorway. They've come out with a ton of other ones since then. Not a ton, but I think 3 other ones that came out with the reverse of this. So it's yellow with red down here. They came out with a white and pink, and then they came out with a light blue. This is my favorite. So looks awesome. Super aggressive. Not the most comfortable for me, but this workout is not going to be comfortable. And this workout does not require a comfort shoe. It requires a fast, aggressive shoe. So that's why I'm going for this. And we'll see, is this still the fastest shoe on the market, or is it in general the fastest shoe on the market? All right, let's go out there and attempt this absolutely savage workout. Oh my gosh, 6x200, 4x600, 4x200. It's not pretty. Go get your Max Cushion Gang hoodie though. I forgot the shoebox out here. Lacing up the Sky Paris. Days like today, all you can do is trust the mileage. Bro, I can't even get this on my foot. That's not a good sign. So with the Edge Paris last week, both of these being tighter fitting shoes, I just really cranked down the laces close to the foot, close to the top of the foot here, so that my foot is not sliding toward the front, and hopefully that takes care of most of the fit issues, so I'm not banging against the front. Yeah, I'm tying these way tighter than I normally do, and I do have some room. It's definitely not a generous fit here. It's just a weird fit. The main downside of this shoe, or one of them, other than the ride experience, it's not a good upper. If you look at how this is fitting on the top of my foot, it's lightweight, but it just doesn't cinch down correctly, doesn't fit correctly. But once I got out there in the Edge Paris last week, it was fine. Alright, man, moment of truth. It's time to just go out there and do it. Enough talking. These are the days you gotta ask yourself, man, what's worse? The pain of a hard workout or the pain of not getting better? That's how I have to look at it. Because, yeah, I could just continue to pile on relaxed miles and keep it chill, run sub 3 marathons, run 250s. But that's not what it's about for me. It's about pushing myself and trying to get better. And so doing these mentally challenging workouts, that's what it takes. And for a workout like this, I really don't know if I'm capable of doing it. I've never done that much sub 5 minute pace. Each one of these workouts for me that I've done, all 2 of them so far, both of them have been the fastest workouts of my life. I've never trained this way. I gotta say right away here, Sky Paris feels way better to me than the Edge. That's why I chose this one for my marathon shoe. Just has a more aggressive toe off. I was feeling like with the Edge, I couldn't push off properly in the front. This one is perfect. So this has a wider plate too, up at the front. It's just designed to be a power shoe. And when I'm running fast, I can put some serious power down. Definitely narrow, but it has that hornet feel. That fast stinging hornet. Oh man, it's got to be in the 30s with this wind chill. I was not prepared for the wind. Oh gosh. I really hope it's not like this for this workout. Yeah, first straightaway, I'm moving pretty good in these. These still feel super fast. This is one of those shoes where I can't run slow. That's how it feels out of the gates. This foam almost reminds me of last gen Light Strike Pro. On the firmer side, bouncy after some break-in. So I may need a retie on the left shoe. I cranked them down super tight. Mile 1, 7 flat pace. Good warm-up pace. I'll throw in some strides throughout. I just did one stride. Definitely need a retie here. My foot is just not sitting right. The issue is that if it's too loose, I don't want to be banging against the front. Yeah, this is not a dialed in upper. With the Alpha Fly 3, it feels like I don't even need to tie those because it fits my foot so perfectly, and it's a sock upper. This is not a good upper. All right. A little better, I guess. I don't know. Hit that first stride at 5:05 pace though. Bro, anything faster than a 5:10 pace feels like a sprint. These are gonna be fast. Almost at mile 2 here. Man, this sub 5 pace, it hits different. It hits different for sure. It reminds me of when I did the ultra marathon last year and I was climbing that hill in the mountains of West Virginia. A 10-minute climb, 10 to 15-minute climb, steepest hill I've ever seen. It's basically like doing 10 minutes up the steepest set of stairs you could find. Also, I'm snotty. There's a cold going around my house, but I got to the top of the hill and I said, this is harder than anything that I did in the Chicago Marathon, and this does not feel like running. This feels like a different sport. The speed of these repeats does not feel like the running I'm used to. And it is a different sport. Training for a 1,500 meter race is way different than a marathon, but gosh dang, this is what's required, so we soldier on. I'm gonna warm up for 2 more miles here because I want to get to the flat area. It'll also give me some time to hopefully make this 450 pace feel smoother. I just hit a few real fast ones, strides, 422 and 405 pace. Really have to get the legs firing for those. But the Sky puts me up on my toes way quicker. This one for me is the more natural one for running these high-end speeds for sure. But of course, those are just some quick strides. I think this is relatively flat right here. Let me see. All right, I just hit the first one. I'm gonna do these 200s here. This might be uphill. It really might be. I'm just gonna give it a go here. There's flat, and then there's straight, and there's no cars. There's a lot of dynamics that we have to get right. This is low traffic and straight. I don't know if it's flat. I actually think I might be running these uphill. Whatever. So we got 6 of these guys at a 200 or 36-second clip. Two down, 4 to go. Three down, 3 to go. Down, 2 to go. Five down, 1 more. All right, first portion of the workout in the book. That's essentially just a warm-up right there. Textbook though, we hit all those 200s right at the prescribed pace. I think I was 430 per mile pace, around 430s for a lot of them. And I actually was going a little longer than a 200 for some of them too. So that felt the best. Those 200s of this week and a half of being in this workout program, that felt the best. I'm developing that neuromuscular coordination. In a 1 week, you're not gonna actually get stronger, but you build that brain-body connection. It's like with lifting, and this is similar workout to lifting, where if you go and try to bench the barbell and you've never benched before, you're gonna be wobbly, unstable, but you do that a few times for a few weeks, you don't actually build more muscle mass, but you get those muscle fibers trained to fire correctly. So that's what I've done over the last 3 of these workouts, and why 1 week in, those 200s feel so much smoother, man. Those feel so much smoother. So when I was trying this in the Evo SL last week, My calves are already feeling pretty destroyed though. What's crazy is I now have to do 4 by 600. So I'm gonna find a straight flat place for these and then we can let them rip. He actually didn't prescribe the rest I was supposed to do between the 2s, 6s, and 4s. I don't think it's supposed to be super long. So I might just let this first one fly here on the downhill. Let's do it. First one down. A nice downhill assist. Kind of love a good downhill assist. That was 1:46 seconds. Right on target. With the downhill assist, but I'll take it. I'm having to calculate this in my head. I need to switch my watch or just put a face on here to give me the meters. Because I'm calculating, okay, quarter mile, 0.25. That's 400 meters. I was doing 200s, which is 0.25 or 0.3. So these 600s need to be right about 0.37 miles, which the last one was. But I'm having to do math to calculate what that is in my head. And then these recoveries. The workout is basically the equivalent of doing 1,000 calf raises. All right, when I get to mile 6, I'm gonna go again. Keep it simple. Go. A few seconds off on that one. I'm gonna give 2 excuses. It was uphill and the wind is picking up. Also, my leg strength is being tested right now, but that's what it's all about, baby. Pushing my limits on this one today. Accidentally dropped my glove. Maybe it was on purpose so I could stop, catch my breath, pick it up. No, but I am gonna slow these recoveries way down. I'm jogging at a 10-minute pace right now. With these workouts, it's all about the primary goal. What's the primary goal of this? Leg strength and running economy. I want to be 100% recovered to get those legs firing. I think I might have cut the recovery too short on the last one too, so making sure I'm fully ready to go. No excuses for this next one. But guess what? We only have 2 more 600s left. That's not bad. Dog, I legit feel like Sam Altman out here trying to calculate these mile conversions in my head. All right, that's the next one. Let's go. These are monster, man. That was 1:45, 4:45 pace. Monster. Only one more to go. These are going by quick. Yeah, it's this direction. The wind is just killing me. And with workouts like this, you don't even make it harder for yourself. grab a pair of carbon plated shoes, take the downhill assist, don't run into the wind. I'm already clipping off sub 5 pace for nearly 2 minutes. I don't need to make it any more challenging. Take long recoveries, do everything. The other thing is these workouts are designed to be run on a track. So basically anything we do out here while still maintaining the pace is a win. It's just much harder to run on curvy, windy streets with uneven conditions. All right, last one here, mustard time. Minute 50, 4:48 pace. I'll take it. I will take it. Last part of this workout, 200-meter repeats. We get to take a nice long recovery after that 6. And then we can bang out the last 200. A quick interlude here to talk about mileage. This is a brutal workout. I've never done a workout like this. I'm pushing my body to its limits, and the only reason I'm capable of doing it is because of the mileage. It's built up the base strength, both in my muscles and in my aerobic system and mentally, so that I can attempt this workout. The mileage gives you the privilege of suffering. The mileage itself should not be physically challenging. Yes, there'll be fatigue, but the mileage should not be painful. You put in the miles to get the privilege of the acute pain that we're getting out here. All right, I'm gonna finish it out here. Last 4 reps, smooth 200s. These should feel manageable after all the work we've put in so far. See you on the other side of these. One down, 3 to go. To go. down. Wanna go. Whew, all right, the work is done. Work Wednesday is over. At least when it comes to the running portion, or the pace portion of the day. Still got a lot of miles to go. That was honestly not as bad as I thought it would be. Those 2 workouts last week prepared me. Dude, Dr. Daniels is a demented dude, but he knows what he's doing in terms of the progression. And that's why it's so important to, even if you're training on your own, structure things in a way that is linear. Not every week needs to be harder than the last, but each week builds on the last. Yeah, and those 200s felt so smooth. I was clipping them off at 30 seconds, 29 seconds. I did have a downhill assist, so maybe it would have been more like 32, 33, but holding 4:30 pace for those short bursts felt a lot better than it did last week, let me tell you that. And the 200s just felt short, probably because of the 600s that I did. So I'm now gonna cool down to, last week I was getting 15 miles on these workouts. I'm only at 9.5 miles right now because I did a shorter warm-up. I warmed up for 3 miles instead of 5, so I want to cool down to 12 miles. My calves are worked. My house is right up there. I almost want to change into some comfortable shoes, but that's just a waste of time at this point. By the way, in terms of fueling for this workout, I didn't show my breakfast, but I had 2 chocolate chip pancakes. I actually had emergency pancakes last night. I always say the best workouts start the night before. I was down bad last night. That happens if I don't carb. So Charles whipped up a batch of chocolate chip pancakes. I think I had 6 of them last night. I had some leftover pasta at about 9:30 p.m. 6 chocolate chip pancakes with maple syrup. And then this morning I had 2 chocolate chip pancakes. It was my day to drive Mason to school. So I literally just ate those quick in the car. And then when I came back, I had a Morton gel. I don't love doing that with the gels for these midweek workouts, but it's been helping. And when I get home, I'm gonna get right on top of the recovery. I ended up buying some Tailwind recovery mix. So I'm gonna have 2 scoops of that. Stay on top of it. Yeah, it was the first cool down mile. 8:24 pace. This is just a jog. We don't need to be a hero. Nothing to prove on the warm up and the cool down. We can prove ourselves with the actual work. I accidentally missed the turn and was just on autopilot on my 10-mile loop, so looks like I'm getting 13. Also cooling down. The wind out here today is significant. It's a significant factor. Bro, that's crazy. We got hobby rollerbladers up here putting in the absolute work. There we go, baby. It's the reason we call it Work Wednesday. Man, look at that. Look at that trackie with the shoddy build quality here. We got threads poking out off the trackie. 13 miles, 2,200, 7:14 pace. Pace doesn't matter, except when it does. You've heard me talk about the training system before, though. Mileage, vibes, pace. What does that mean? We lay the foundation with the mileage, get the mileage up to a place where you feel it's high mileage until it's not. So if you're running 30 miles a week, bump that up to 45 miles a week, slowly, gradually, until that doesn't feel like high mileage anymore. Run by vibes, so not checking the heart rate, not being worried about the pace on our everyday runs, keeping it relaxed, building that strength, building that aerobic fitness. And then pace, where does that come in? Well, when we're building race-specific fitness or working on a specific fitness factor like I'm doing right now, that's when we hone in on the pace and we dial into the exact paces we need to hit. But guess what? We still train by vibes, because even this week, yesterday, I was supposed to do this workout. I did not feel like, I could tell Monday, based on how I was feeling after that 20-mile long run, it was taking me a day or two longer to recover, because last week was my first time doing 2 of these hard workouts. So I bumped this to Wednesday, give myself 3 days to recover between, or 72 hours versus 48. And now we're Gucci Mane like Gucci Mane. Hey man, look at that. Heel strikers for the win, baby. Heel striking my way to some sub 5-minute pace. That's crazy. Absolutely tearing up the back here. I think this is actually from a previous run, but these are, it's so easy for me to, and this is probably what's happening at my relaxed pace here, and that's why I do not advocate for using these shoes for relaxed jogging or pace that isn't going to be fast for you, whatever that means, and definitely not if you're going to be running 3+ hours. This is not the shoe I would pull for a 3+ hour run. I said the same thing about the Edge. The Edge might even be better, but just due to how narrow it is back here, yeah, not the best for heel striking. But the foam is decently firm in the back, which does add to the stability. But the key is the front, and the different plate placement here, it does make a difference. Now, I don't always love shoes when I first tried them, and when I first tried this and the Edge, I thought they were both too aggressive. I thought they were extremely similar. Now that I'm in a different place in my training, and when I first tried the Sky and the Edge, I was about a month away from the Coast Guard Marathon a year ago at this point, because Coast Guard Marathon is early March or mid-March. I think last year it might have even been April. Regardless, nearly a year ago, 10, 11, 12 months ago, I was not putting down 450 pace. I was barely putting down 520 pace. And so they both felt extremely aggressive to me. They are extremely aggressive race shoes, but at the paces that I'm running now and training at, with the style of training I'm doing, I can better unlock the capabilities of each. And so this one, to me, today, this was perfect for the type of workout I did, getting up right at the forefoot here. I could really benefit from this aggressive plate. I felt in control. It felt nimble, and I didn't have any of that slight mushiness that I was getting with the Edge Paris. Now, even though you can see the heel wear here, and I'm saying it's not great for heel striking, this foam is decently comfortable now that it's broken in. Again, I'm surprised at how comfortable underfoot this foam is, but you can see all these break-in lines. This FF Turbo Plus really benefits from some break-in. This is almost the new Light Strike Pro to me. Now, if you compare this, I actually don't even have my Adios Pro 3 anymore. I gave it away to Dougie M's in Jersey. He has it, but if you compare these two shoes, this and the Adios Pro 3, that one's 60 grams heavier, which is 30% heavier than this. That's also probably going to come in at, 80, 90 grams or 80, 90 millimeters wide versus 70 on this. So 15% wider, likely 30% heavier, but the foam compounds themselves are very similar. If you compared the Light Strike Pro and the Boston 12 to the FF Turbo Plus in here, they feel really similar. So I do like the FF Turbo in here, and man, it's making me want to run the Super Blast again. I've had such an up and down experience with that shoe, but the last 2 runs I've had in FF Turbo Plus has been awesome. This was awesome, and the Edge Paris was awesome for what I needed to do here. But maybe it's just a foam that works best for me at my faster speeds. But I got to say, even today, I was impressed at how this did at a more relaxed pace. I really was. This foam is breaking in nicely, and it does not feel like a firm brick. It feels decent. So, great shoe. I'm going to throw it in the rotation for sure. And a successful workout. All right, recovery time. By the way, did I even mention I used this to run my marathon last year? Some people might not know that. I used this to run my 2:49 at the time. It was a 2:49 PR. That's where some of this heel scuffing has come from at the Coast Guard Marathon. So I actually wasn't training for a specific time for that marathon, which is basically the worst thing you could do, just training without a goal. But Joy was just born. She turned 1 last week, and I had a lot of other stuff going on. Excuses. I was just stacking miles and wanted to get more comfortable with the marathon distance. And this is what I chose. And at the time, just felt too aggressive for me. But now it's not too aggressive. Now this is a good one. I think might be, well, we'll see, but might be the fastest shoe out there. Oh, my calves. Bro, my calves are completely blasted. This is where having a shoe rotation comes in handy. When our calves are blasted like this, you know what that means? Higher drop shoe for the second run of the day. This is where the 8 and 10 millimeter drop shoes come in. I know we've been ragging on them, and yesterday I was saying, man, the 880 V15 is so much better because it's a 6 millimeter drop shoe. But when I'm feeling the pressure on my calves, I go higher drop. So the way to think about it is lower drop shoes, 0 to 4 millimeter drop shoes. Those are going to put the stress lower down your legs on the Achilles and calves. Bro, I need a new water thing here. And higher drop shoes are going to put the stress higher up on the legs. So hips, buttocks, etc. So I need to put some pressure on my buttocks and off of my calves. So I'm not big on supplements, and I really try to get as much or as many calories as possible from real food. But what supplements are great for are supplementing. What does that mean? It means adding in, filling in the gaps, giving something that we might not otherwise get. So this is a supplement. It's a recovery mix from Tailwind. I used to use it after every run. I stopped using it for a while, but protein and carbs. And the key thing here is, so you get 2 scoops. It's only 240 calories, but you're getting 42 grams of quick carbs and 11 grams of protein. So this is, it really just saves me from being completely underfueled and grumpy. And I've felt that over the past few weeks, my fueling has not been great. So guess what? That's a great time to use a supplement if we feel that we're doing everything that we can and we're not getting enough. And for me, when I have a busy schedule with work and stuff, I'm going to have to go work right after this. This is a great way to ensure that I'm at least getting 300 or 200 calories after I run, instead of having 0 calories and then waiting 2 hours, because that's a recipe for disaster. So I highly recommend this if you feel that you're not getting in the calories you need. Of course, the first thing to try is just make sure you're having a good breakfast. Try to get in the calories that you can from whole food sources. But bro, we live in 2025. Why not take advantage of things like this when we can? Make it easier on ourselves. I always say, right, train within your constraints and resources, maximize within your constraints and resources. This is one of the resources I can pull to maximize my capability and to allow myself to recover better, so that I can get back out there hopefully on Friday and smash another big session. All right, shower time. So post-run drip, you already know I'm going max cushion gang, but I also got these new shirts that I've been really liking that I wanted to show you because they were on sale at REI. I also have shoes in here that I'll be running in next time it rains. Next time it's rainy and I don't mind running outside in the cold, this is what I'm going to be running in. But let's get the shirt. Boom. So yeah, this is a come up for running and hiking. REI, they're called Swiftland running shirts. I really liked it. I got a red one and this. They're super lightweight. Step up from the average tech tee. I agree. And I told you I'm testing different stuff because we got all the supple stuff coming soon. But I really like this. This is the REI shirt. But what I really wanted to do here was look at our workout for the day, review our performance quickly. Man, I was nervous. I was really nervous. There's not a whole lot of space to write in here, but 6x200R. We did it 4x600R and 4x200R. And if we take a look at this workout here, we can see what our performance was. Oh gosh. Strava's bugging out again. I almost want to build my own run tracking app. All right, here we go. So strides, and then we hit 41. Well, actually, we were going longer, so this is what I was saying. I actually didn't stop at 0.125. I didn't do 200. These are slightly longer, so let's just look at pace. 431 pace, 439 pace, 444 pace, 432 pace, and 419 pace. So right on target, faster than the target we needed. And then the 600s, this was the meat of the workout, 146. That's perfectly on pace. 449 per mile. That's exactly what we needed. Second one was touch slow at 151. That was also uphill, so I decided to use some gentle downhill assist on the next. So I got 443 per mile on the third one, 145 or 0.37 miles, and 445. So again, textbook execution on those. And then these 200s, they felt so short. That's what I was surprised at the end. I felt like I was flying. So I hit this in 30 seconds at a 412 pace, 28 seconds at a 409 pace, 32 seconds at a 423 pace. Wait, was there one more that I missed? Yeah, 29 out of 415, 30 out of 412, 28 out of 409, and 32 out of 423. So ahead of target or on target for all of them except for one. Except for the second of the 600s. So that's a successful workout. We can check it off here. I'll just say on target / faster. I might get a journal or something so I can actually track my paces, but I like writing down everything physically, not just having it on the phone. It's nice to have the physical connection to the paper. AI can't do that for you. It's ridiculous. AI. Everyone wants to train with AI. Get a gosh dang book, get a notebook, get a blue Sharpie pen, and write in it. Talking about DeepSeek and AI. Yeah, and then, dude, Friday's workout. This should feel easier now. I'm already looking ahead to Friday saying, man, that's not bad. We only have 400s. Because, dude, those 600s are long. Now, it's 6 by 400, but after grinding out 600 meters at a, what pace were we hitting those? 440 pace? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that bad to be hitting these. So this is what I'm saying about smart progression of workouts. And this is the 800 meter or 1500 meter to 2 mile. But if you look at his marathon training plan, and this is what I followed for Chicago, it's the same thing. We progress. And in the workout plans I'm building, we progress over time. You start off 1 week doing 4 by 1 mile with 2-minute recovery. And then a few weeks later, you might be doing a 4-mile tempo without those recoveries. So we gradually increase the intensity. We reduce the rest. And if you look ahead here to 1 week from now, we're going to be doing, gosh dang, 800 meters at this pace, which is just wild. Last week, the 200s felt too long and too fast for me. So we're building. This is what's required to get faster. Now let's finish this and go get some food. Refuel. Shout out to the Max Cushion gang, by the way. Go pick up your Max. I'm so happy with how these turned out, man. They look so good. Bang. Run number 2, we need high drop, comfortable, cushioned for some recovery miles. You already know what we're doing. We're doing the Puma Mag Max. There's a few other ones I was considering. I was going to run the Audi Star 3, but then I realized you can't even buy that right now. It's sold out, so why would I review a shoe you can't buy? I do want to get some more insights on the Audi Star 3 because it's a pretty underrated shoe in my opinion. Yeah, plan for this second run. We're just going to keep it chill. By the way, the audio drama, the camera drama continues. This is the beauty and the difficulty of filming every day. Things are bound to go wrong, often. But we soldier on, we continue. I lost all my audio for the entire refuel section because my cords weren't plugged in correctly. But you know what? Mileage. You can hear me now. Mileage. Puma Mag Max, undefeated. This thing is so good, man. I don't need to talk for hours anymore about this shoe. It's just a banger. 8-mile recovery run. Nice and relaxed. 8:10 pace. The thing is, I would prefer to mix in different shoes and test different shoes for you all. But for this use case, there's just nothing better on the market. And man, I have tried everything, and there's nothing that can knock this thing off. That's why we're taking this to 200 miles. I actually do have something coming, something that I'm testing. I got to make sure my cords are plugged in. I have one of these audio issues once a month, and then it makes me remember. I also ordered some new cords off Amazon. But yeah, I have something coming that I think might knock this off. It's not what you think it is. I know you probably think it's the Nike Pegasus Premium. Somebody asked me about that, and I already told you. I'm not going to buy that from Nike. I'm just going to put the $210 into Mason's college fund. It's ridiculous. Weird in-between zone today where I can't decide if it's hot or cold. Isn't that a Katy Perry song? Good looking shoe, man. Banger colorway here. This is one of the best race shoe colorways. Everything last year was dropping in white. It was white and orange, white and purple, and then Asics came through with the all red. There were a few red, yellow gradient colorways, but this one does it really well. Before we get into the Sky Paris though, just a word on the Mag Max. I don't need to do a whole long spiel about this because you guys know this is basically my favorite shoe at this point. But what this accomplishes so well is having comfort and protection, very similar to what I was saying about the 880 V15 yesterday. Those types of shoes I love that just let you run, get out of the way. So this does come in at 320 grams, which is closer to a shoe like the Asics Gel Nimbus 27. It's not as light as the 880, but that's also lighter than the Ghost Max 2. So it's not a heavy shoe. It's not bothersome. It has that comfort where it doesn't get in the way. And it does take 5 to 10 to 15 minutes to get it going, but I can just pull this shoe for any sort of daily run and it does great. And for me, it has the stability that I want, especially after, I mean, if you just compare these two shoes, right? Especially after running in such an aggressive shoe this morning, it is nearly, looks like it's twice the width in the back here. I don't have the calipers out here, but after running in such an aggressive shoe this morning, I want something that I can just clunk along in, that I can bop along and not worry about anything. This was absolutely perfect. So nothing's been able to knock it off the perch. The Super Blast 2 doesn't do it for me. The Glycerin Max, that's more of a true soft comfort shoe. This has more structure to it where when I want to pick it up, I can. And sometimes the softer cushion foams for me, I feel that I'm fighting against them. That's what happened in the Nimbus 27 where it's just a lot of cushion underfoot. But unlike one of the worst shoes that I tried recently, the Glycerin 22, and to a lesser extent, the Super Blast 2, I don't have to put as much mustard in this to get it going. The Glycerin 22, I felt that I had to stomp on the ground to get anything from it. And similar with the Super Blast, I really need to put something into it to get it going, and it always feels clunky. This is so smooth, comfortable, bouncy for me. This is my perfect recovery or chill mileage shoe. I know I've gone back and forth. This is a recovery shoe, it's a daily shoe. It's the shoe that I pick for when I don't know what else to run in and I need comfort. So I am hoping that, I don't have high hopes for the Pegasus Premium. I'm hoping that the Vomero 18 can be the one to knock this off. I might have to fire up the old PR email machine and see if I can contact somebody over at Nike to get an early pair of these, because I know people keep asking me, Vomero 18, Vomero 18. The brands don't just send it to me. So let me know if you want me to get my hands on the Vomero 18. I can see if I could pull some strings, see if I can get it, pull some strings, and get the Vomero 18. That's the one that, the next one coming up that I think might rival this. The other one is one that I will be testing very soon. I have it sitting in a box inside. It's, I don't know if you guys are going to expect it or suspect it, but maybe that will rival this. But as of now, man, this is an awesome shoe, my favorite shoe. at the moment. But Sky Paris, this was the main shoe that I wanted to test again today. So we got 21 miles total today. It was 13 this morning in the Sky Paris, 8 in the Mag Max. Let's go up to 13 this morning. One of my best workouts ever, probably my fastest workout ever. That doesn't make it the best, but a workout where I really had to push myself, getting down to 450, 440 pace, really emphasizing running economy and trying to get the best out of myself at these faster speeds. I'm not comfortable training faster than a 530 pace, which is why I'm doing this block right now. I've committed to 4 weeks of the Jack Daniels system, just training this R pace range, which is a 440, 450 pace, and I was working. And coming back around to this shoe, coming back to the Asics Metaspeed Edge Paris, which I ran in last week, I've had a different experience with it this time. And why is that? Well, different shoes at different times of the year, different seasons, for different pace ranges, different capabilities, different preferences will hit differently. And that's the beauty of this channel. It's just one person, right? It's just me, but I go through periods where I'm focused on speed. I go through periods where I'm more focused on stacking as many miles as possible. I go through periods where I'm not doing a lot of workouts, and I go through periods like right now where I'm running my fastest workouts ever. So when this shoe first came in, I said, man, this is super aggressive. I actually did run my marathon in it. I ran a 2:49 marathon, but I said it's not a marathon shoe for most people. And I still will hold that. I don't know if I'm going to run a marathon in it now. Attempting a 2:30 marathon, that's a different story. This could be a great 2:30 marathon shoe, but if you look at the wear for relaxed miles here, I land more on the heel, and you can see I'm chewing it up. Even Asics says this is not a relaxed shoe. So this is a very aggressive shoe, one of the lightest weight shoes on the market at 190 grams. But for today's workout, it felt awesome. And this is what I'm saying about different shoes hit for different capabilities and even my personal capability, right? Today, if you look at the footage from those fast 200s, those fast 600s, I was landing right up at the front here. So I could really benefit from the curvature and aggression of this plate, whereas at my normal marathon pace or even threshold pace at 540s, I can't. So this was the perfect shoe for today's run. I want to, again, do a better job at picking the shoes that are going to work for these runs. I will 100% use this again for this type of a workout, and it's really a tool for the development of speed mechanics. This is what Clayton Young races in. His marathon race pace is a, 440 something, 450. He's a, I think, 207 or 208 marathoner. So that's what this shoe is designed to do. It's not designed to be a shoe where I'm going to go out here and do a 21-mile double day. That's why I didn't pull it for my second run. But in terms of new things that I learned about this shoe today, this FF Turbo foam does benefit from some break-in. I actually saw a lot of people listing their Metaspeed Sky Paris and Edge Paris shoes on the Supwell app, and they're firm, not that fun out of the box, but it is breaking in. This was happening with the Edge Paris too. Now that we're at 40 or 50 miles in it, look at all these break-in lines. It feels so much more comfortable, but it's still not super soft and squishy, and that's why the whole reason I wanted to retest these shoes, because Saucony Endorphin Elite came out, Adidas Adios Pro 4 came out, way too soft for me. So I thought, what are some firmer shoes that maybe I'll like more now that I'm going for that aggressive, firmer character, like the Saucony Endorphin Elite, right? And this is one of them. This is 100% hitting for me right now. It has that structure. It's not going to be the most stable out in the back, but because the foam isn't super squishy, it does better, even with the wear, right? Even with the wear back here, it does better. I'm not feeling like I'm wobbling everywhere like I did in the Saucony Endorphin Elite, even though the V2 of that, even though the V2 was, I could fire up the calipers at some point. Maybe I'll do a lab test of all these shoes. I think that was 80 to 90 millimeters wide. This is 10%, 15% less than that. But that foam is 15% softer. So on the corners, there's way less control. It's way less nimble. And this is on the other end of the spectrum where it has that fast hornet-like sensation. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's the character of the shoe. So if you want something that's going to encourage you to land up in the front of the platform to develop strong speed mechanics for running these top-end workouts, Sky Paris is a great pick. Definitely not a heel striker shoe. Definitely not a relaxed mile shoe, but a great shoe for getting up at the front. Ooh. And ripping. Now, in terms of this workout, one of the things I was thinking about on the second run is speed versus strength. So evaluating the phase of training I'm in right now, I'm doing a lot of speed work. But my goal is not to be fast. is to be strong. And the difference between speed and strength is speed is the ability to hold a certain pace for a certain distance. Strength is the ability to hold a certain pace for a certain distance repeated again and again and again. So when we're thinking about this type of a workout that we're doing, I don't even need to hold the shoe anymore. Let's throw it up. But when we're thinking about this type of workout that we're doing, you can see the top speed I hit out of all these splits was a 4:13 on one of the last reps there. That is fast, but it also shows the strength that I've been able to build up through the mileage, and that's really what I want to emphasize. And one of the takeaways here, yes, I was able to hit some fast paces today, but it's because of the repetition, the consistent repetition, the repetitive consistency that I always talk about. I'm only able to do this workout because of the year plus of 20-mile long runs. I'm only able to do a 13-mile workout in the morning and an 8-mile relax run, putting me at 21 miles on the day with a brutal speed workout because of the dozens of 20-mile days I did before that had no speed in them. So that's why with my system, I emphasize let's build mileage first, mileage and consistency, and then we can think about speed. Let's build strength first, and strength comes from mileage, and then we can think about speed. So working this speed in, I don't want to be fast for the sake of being fast. I have no goal to run a 4:15 mile or a 4:30 mile or even another 4:50 mile just for the sake of doing it. The whole point of this is so I could build comfort, resilience, mental toughness at marathon pace. Running fast will make us stronger, but only if we have that base foundation built up. All right, last thing I wanted to talk about today was the footage, right? I talked about how my footage got messed up. A lot of times actually, I'll have an issue. It seems like maybe once a week, once every other week, I have an issue with the footage, right? Is my something happens with the audio or I lose footage. Why is that? Well, I'm filming every day, so more issues are gonna come up. And I was thinking out there, think about a basketball player who takes 100 shots versus a basketball player who takes 1,000 shots. Who's gonna miss more shots? One guy's doing 1,000 shots a day, one guy's doing 100 shots a day. The guy who takes 1,000 shots, he's probably gonna miss 300 of those. The best 400, 500, the best three-point shooters aren't making 80%. And the guy who takes 100 shots, he'll miss what, 30, 40, 50? So if you take more shots, you're gonna mess up more, you're gonna have more misses, you're gonna have more struggles, but who's gonna have the better chance of making it when it counts? The guy who takes 1,000 shots. So that's what we do here at Supple. We're putting up shots, we're getting in miles, we're being consistent. That's the whole gosh dang system here. 2 good shoes, 2 great runs. You gotta have the speed and you gotta have the strength. Keep the gosh dang mustard on the dog, get after it. Max Cushion gang. I was gonna do a dance in the street, but my neighbors are coming. I'm not gonna do it. See you another day.
I'm feeling a lot of time. We will come back.
We'll come back soon.
I told you back from Friday. I told you watching something.
Yeah, we'll be back a different day. One more thing, dinner. Max Cushion Gang pita. Look at that. It's not pita? What is it? is 76. 76 millimeters of non.